controversies of crown or beaded obas here, and you have the likes of Ladoja saying you can't have two kings manning a particular throne. Now, would we say that this has put to rest all of the controversies?
Yes, I think to a very large extent, because if you look at the case on ground, one is the issue that has to do with the Obas, and second one is the controversy surrounding the next in line to the throne of Olubadan. From all the indication, I think the issue is being sorted almost fully, because you only discover that it was only the OC Olubadan as members of the Olubadan in council that was not at that meeting. Every other member of the council, because apart from the robust succession arrangements in the Ibadan chieftaincies too, the next in line had to be officially nominated and ratified by members of council. When that is done, officially they have to present such individual to the state government for proper announcements and activity that will lead to the coronation. So it's a good one that is coming. Of course, about 3, 4, 5 days ago, we were having a kind of discordant too. Somebody said, "Oh, the man is not fit. People are just forcing him. Why are they forcing him? Let them give him time to recover or what have you." I was also delighted that the next Olubadan was also part of that meeting. Of course, some of this sickness here and there as a result of age, because for you to become an Olubadan, of course, you have to be very advanced in age because of the way it is structured. I think most of the time that is what government, about two government now, wanted to do, that you don't have to be as old as Methuselah before you become the Olubadan of Ibadan land. So that is a matter of legislation, and I think that was one of the reasons why some people had to go to court to institute a case. As far as the stool of Olubadan is concerned, I don't think there is so much to be worried about
But
anymore,
what about the
because
absence of Otun Balogun at that particular announcement itself? Does it mean there's going to be any sort of implication for that? Because he appears not to have appeared at that particular meeting yesterday.
of course for every garden it is not compulsory that everybody has to be on ground.
Mm.
That's just the truth. If Otun is there, all the other people they are there. It's only the OC Balogun that is not there.
That's the
And
Otun
this was
Balogun. That's Otun
there.
Balogun. Yes, that was not
Yes.
at the meeting. Okay.
So yes, he's only, and he was the one that also addressed the press few days ago to say that Baba Olakuleyin is not fit health-wise for the position for now, that people should exercise patience. So the reasons are obvious why he didn't attend the meeting. And like I said earlier, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected. I think we have 11 member Olubadan in council. So out of 11 member, 11 council member, and one person for one reason or the other is not available, I think a quorum has been formed. I don't think that will make so much impact. It has always been peaceful because, in my view and by experience, Ibadan is about one of the only city that I've known that you can count the next Olubadan from 1 to 10. You can even count that this person, Olubadan, this is the next, this is the next, and so on. So when one dies, automatically you know who becomes the next person after the ritual of 21 days. In small, small communities, people have to be a dagger drawn, fight, go to court, and what have you. We have some kingship tussle that is still at the Supreme Court for the past 20 years. We have some of them. We have seen a situation where a king will have reigned for 15 years and the Supreme Court will say you are no longer king. We have seen a situation where the matter of who become a king is the issue of the highest bidder. But Ibadan is so unique, and I feel that it's something of pride that should not be messed up with, that should not be tampered with. So for me, I think all is set for the coronation of the new Olubadan.
All right, let's go to Ondo State and, of course, see some of the developments there. It appears that preparations for the election, the Senate APC committee screening for the governorship race has kick-started the process, and the likes of Aiyedatiwa has gone through what appears to be the grilling here. And, of course, he came out to say that there's no vacancy and his certificate genuine, something that the likes of his contender like Oluwole that's Olushola saying that that is wrong to say, and it's somehow discriminatory for somebody who is an incumbent saying all of this. Now, do you think Nigeria's democracy is really ripe in terms of having incumbents? I know it happens elsewhere, canvassing this much, and of course, 50 million naira governorship nomination form. These are people who can readily afford it because of they are in the corridor of power. What do we make out of this kind of scenario already playing out before the elections?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's no major scenario playing out in Ondo State apart from the issue of a petition that was written that the governor has a certificate that is forged or what have you. And after the screening, the governor used it as an opportunity to throw more light to say that because of so and so reason, schools were merged in the 80s, and at the end of the day, the school that I enrolled in was not the school that I graduated from at that particular point in time. Of course, a petition has been written. The governor reserved the right to defend himself. So he has done that in a bit. A lot of people still feel that, oh, why should he have done that or what have you? As far as the governor is concerned, he felt that the APC screening committee has done a thorough job. APC should not also forget that was how they did the thorough job in the case of David Lyon of Bayelsa State. And at the end of the day, because the issue of certificate forgery should always be discovered at the screening, even before the primary, because you have seen the implication. Now, so whether the certificate of the governor is forged or what have you, is a matter that needs to be decided. But I feel that most of the screening committee of political party, they are just mere kangaroo. They are just there for formality, just for people to come. You have a chat with them, and at the end of the day, because you see some issue that snowball into litigation at the end of the day, if proper screening were conducted, some of these issues wouldn't have
But Austin,
arisen at all.
because you mentioned some of these things, how do we reconcile these accusations of Aiyedatiwa already printing parties' primary card, some sort of membership, fake membership card like the Good Governance Group? A CSO is alleging here, and of course, it's led by an evangelist, Tade Ujo, saying that the incumbent governor has gone ahead to print fake membership cards just to recruit individuals to vote at the primary and win the primary. Is this new?
It is not new, and don't forget this is pure and applied politics. That's just the truth. A lot of people at the initial do not even want the governor to become anti-governor. They don't want him to relieve his former principal. Now fate has have him as the governor of the state. He has the right to contest. Now some people feel that, oh, he shouldn't contest, let him just go. Who among all the other aspirants or any other Nigerian for that matter that the principal will die in office, you step in, and at the end of the day, people will say he should not contest, he should just go. If those that are saying that he should go, he should not contest, if they were to be the one, won't they contest? If it were to be you and I, won't we contest? Is it a sin to contest for such a position? If it's not extremely popular among the people, let him go to the election and lose. That's just it. But this idea, when Yaradua died, Jonathan completed the term. Jonathan was voted into office in 2011. After 2011, he had to seek for a second term, which he did not eventually get. So I don't particularly believe those that are saying that, oh, Aiyedatiwa should let go, why should he contest again? what have you. If he contests, he can only do one term based on the law, which means that the people of the largest, the southern Ondo state, they will be shortchanged or what have you. Let them all slug it out. All this issue of printing ballot paper, party material, primary material, and what have you. In my view, I see all of them as politics. There are a lot of forces in Ondo State that do not want Lucky Ayedatiwa to become the next governor of Ondo State, or let me not say the next governor, to become the candidate of the APC in that particular election. So I think someone like Ayedatiwa should know now that everything about him is always very tough, because it was really like a tug of war for him to even be handed over to, while the principal was sick protractedly for a long time. You know, he stayed that hurdle. The man eventually died. Those who feel that he should not even be acting governor, he eventually became governor in their very eyes. They are still finding it difficult to forgive him. Now he said he wants to contest, and some people are already looking at it that if care is not taken, if he stand that election, he might just be the next governor of Ondo State. So it is about politics. Let them conduct proper primary. Let them do proper screening to ensure that the issue of certificate or ineligibility does not arise, that will, at the end of the day, translate to litigation that may rob any party of victory. If Ayedatiwa become the candidate of the party, it is not compulsory that he must definitely be voted as the governor of Ondo State. That is largely going to be determined by God Almighty and by the good people of Ondo State.
All right, Austin, let's also look at those states. Still talking about this governorship seat issue, and of course, the fights to finish that we're seeing. Philip Shaibu appears to be a man who is not having a soft landing, so to say, with the kind of politics being played in Edo State. Now, the court has actually fixed almost ending of this month to hear his particular case against the House of Assembly moving against him, and of course that deed has been done. He's been impeached. Now, do you see him? Is this a wild goose chase for him? Do you see him getting any sort of reprieve out of this? Not even preempting the court here, because already the House has decided.
Yes, it's almost like a wise goose chase. Not as if he was properly impeached, because if you look at it, some of these allegations, the bottom line is that the governor do not want him again, hence the impeachment. That is so. But the law, the judiciary has interpreted severally that a deputy governor cannot be impeached in that manner. A lot in Imo, Kogi, Zamfara, all over the place, that you can't remove a deputy governor in such circumstances. People will just come up with Trump pump charges, and at the end of the day, they want to remove the deputy governor. The deputy governor may even still win this case in the courts, maybe after the tenure will have elapsed, and it will just be at the receiving end. I think we should look at the context of our politics in the country vis-a-vis our democracy. It's very, very crucial. Somebody suggested some time ago that we should just go ahead and scrap the office of the deputy governor and that of the vice president, because they are mere spare tire who are at the mercy of their principal. If the principal say, "Oh, I do not like you," you go. Look at the governor of Edo State, for example. Adams Oshomole fought against godfatherism. He eventually wanted to become a godfather. He succeeded partly and he failed partly. Governor Obaseki fought against godfatherism. He teamed up with Wike. Wike fought for him against Oshomole, in conjunction with Philip Shaibu, that Oshomole single-handedly made whom he is today politically. Look at how the center could no longer hold. Wike now, somebody is fighting him from river. Obaseki is fighting Shaibu. He has kicked him out of the way. Tomorrow, somebody will emerge again to fight Obaseki. So if you look at it literally and politically speaking, an average Nigerian politician wants to be a godfather. It is only when it does not favor them that they talk about godfatherism or what have you. If you ask me, I will say good riddance to bad rubbish, especially for Philip Shaibu, because Philip Shaibu did everything within his power that time to rubbish the person that brought him to power, And look at it today. He was following the governor. Now the governor just had to remove him. So I am also of the opinion that we should revisit our constitution. We can't just have a situation where governors will just wake up one day and remove their deputy. They will use an appendage of the office of the governor, which is the state houses of assembly across the country. No apologies for using that word. They will use the instrumentality of the parliament to come up with trump-up charges against a deputy governor just to remove them. We shouldn't have a situation where somebody will act until somebody cannot act until somebody dies or somebody is assigned to act.
But let's look at the zoning arrangement, especially in PDP. Now, it's understandable that the likes of Philip Schreiber is some Akoko Edo, some sort, and of course, it's like a rotational thing. In all sincerity, do you think he should be fighting for this with what the party politics is talking about? Because they feel that if the North has benefited, other region, other part of the state should also benefit from the governance of the state itself. Is he being considerate looking at this aspect of zoning, which the party understands it might not be legal within the court parlance, but within the party arrangement, it's believed that it should be rotational. Is he being considerate here?
Zoning has become part and parcel of us. We must be tolerant. That's just it. We are looking at politics of emperiorism in the position of those governors. That is what we are looking at. If it is zoning, of course, zoning has come to stay across political parties. Even the constitution even says in section 14 that no section to take preeminence over the other in terms of appointment and what have you. It is popularly believed today, as far as Edo politics is concerned, that is the turn of Edo Central. If it is the turn of Edo Central and Philip Shaibu is from Edo North and the incumbent governor is from Edo South, is there any law that says that Philip Shaibu cannot vie for the office of the governor? He can vie for the office of the governor. When Oshomole too, Pius Odubu was the deputy of Adams Oshomole. He wanted to succeed Oshomole and Oshomole did not allow him. Oshomole preferred Obaseki, and yet he didn't impeach him. He didn't remove him. We have cases like that in the past. Must you remove him because somebody nurses ambition? Must you remove him? That is what we are talking about. Even this person that you are even rooting for, that you want to kill yourself for today, who says that after inauguration within 3 months he cannot turn against you? Look at what is happening in Rivers State today. Look at what is happening in Benue State today. Look at what is happening all over the place in Nigeria today. You understand? So I don't see any logic in trying to make sure that you have been able to skim him out of the primary, but why going to the extent of diminishing him, removing him? And when I talk about the office of the deputy governor, I'm speaking generally. What can we do as a people to protect that office? It is either we scrap the office of the deputy governor, the vice president, or we strengthen that office. I don't think it makes sense that until somebody dies or until somebody is incapacitated, another person cannot act. So let's look for a way to assign constitutional role to the office of the deputy governor. The governors will just wake up when they see that I don't like the face of this deputy again. They can remove the office of the deputy from the government secretariat and take him to one aspect of the metropolis. It ought not to be so. It shouldn't be. That is why they say that power corrupts, absolutely, and power corrupts. Look at somebody like Obaseki. Look at what he has done to today. And these things has a way of repeating itself. Look at Wike. Wike was reigning yesterday, but Wike today is fighting for his political survival in the country. Look at all the people. Somebody was detained in the build-up to PDP primary, in a governorship primary in Rivers State. Wike arrested someone that I know. He locked him up. He used the instrument of the security to lock him up just because he does not want him to participate in the primary. He put somebody on his head. That is, look at what is happening today. So when you look at it, this politics of succession, it does not really worth dying for. Let people aspire, let people emerge on their own. I'm not saying that Philip Shaibu must contest, but the point I'm making is that he has the right to contest. Well, Nemesi may have caught up with him politically, but Nemesi is for everybody. Wike is enjoying his soul today. Who says that Obaseki will not also enjoy his soul after some time? Because Obaseki too didn't do well. He also bite the finger that fed him. That's just the truth. The time is up for Shaibu today, because Shaibu is in the cold now politically. A lot of people will be mocking him. I know he will have loved to go back to the APC, but you know the man who is the APC leader in the state, he said their party is not an IDP camp, so it's not a rehabilitation center. They are not admitting people. So look at all of this. I think we must do something to strengthen the office of the vice president and that of the deputy governor, or we can simply do away with them because they are serving no purpose as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Austin, let's look at Bobrisky's case. He has to serve 6 months in jail, and of course, for appearing to have abused the naira, like the court put it. It appears to be a very fast one because he admitted to wrongdoing in this particular case itself. But what are we picking out of this? Because we do remember that we've had instances of political cases. Some of them end up being media trial, and we end up not even getting any substance out of it. But we saw some kind of deterrent with Bobrisky, and of course, he's going to serve his jail time. What are we picking out of this? Is the law really blind, like it's been said?
Well, partly the law can be blind, but the truth of the matter is that everyone has to be careful. The law, everybody should be equal before the law, but I don't think there is a way that the law can catch up with everybody. The law will definitely make some people scapegoats, and that is the case that we are considering now. The idea of him pleading guilty was the fact that he knew that there is an option of fine, that a lot of people have been tried for this particular incident in the past, but all that they have gotten is option of fine. I think the highest that has been fined was 500,000, because the law says that 6 months imprisonment or not less than 50,000 as an option of fine. So Bobrisky and his counsel believe that, just go there, say you are guilty, and at the end of the day, they will sentence you. They will give you option of fine. What is that amount that you cannot pay? But I like this type of judgment because definitely to serve as a deterrent. And I want people to beware. Nigeria is a place where we abuse our currency. The most place where we abuse our currency. I've never seen any country or any people that abuse their currency like Nigeria. And let the government do thorough investigation. I don't want a situation where Bobrisky will just be like a scapegoat. Let them go after all the others. GBOLABO, if you are doing a function and you invite me, I can decide to put money in an envelope for you or simply make a transfer to you rather than coming to show off and be spraying naira. And a lot of people will tell you that the amount that Bobrisky has spent is not up to what some people have sprayed and trampled
Do we
under
blame
their
this
feet.
on culture? Do we say culture here?
Well, it's partly culture, it's partly class. It's also a class thing, People want to show up. How many times have you seen Dangote spraying money in party? How many times have you seen Femi Otedola or Jimovia or Tony Elumelu spraying money, bundle of money? These are seasoned bankers. These are people that can get the money. People like Bobrisky will pay to get new notes. But the caliber of people that I've mentioned now, the bullion van of a bank will take new note to them in their house. So rich people don't really think this way. It is those who make their money from alternative sources that most time act this way. So I'm happy that this sentence has come. Like I said, I don't want it to be a Bobrisky thing. Let people beware. I don't want a situation where some people will be caught tomorrow and there will be issue of it's because the person come from here. It's because the person did not believe in this.
Austin.
It's because the person is not a member of this party. we must beware. To strengthen the naira, one of the way too can be to also protect it, because the currency
Austin,
is our national symbol and we must safeguard it.
All right, we have to pay some bills right about now. We'll be back very shortly. Please do stay with us.
FM 94.9.
ọ̀gá tíṣà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ nílé ìwé ó ṣe jẹ́ pé nígbà tí wọ́n bá ń kúrò nílé láàárọ̀ wọ́n á mọ́ tónítóní àmọ́ tí wọ́n bá máa fi padà dé báyìí nǹkan ti yàtọ̀.
iṣẹ́ ò dúró ni mà gbogbo akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni àtẹ̀rẹ́ ìdárayá ó kún inú ló ń jẹ torí náà ìdọ̀tí òògùn aṣọ yíya àti bàtà tó dọ̀tí yẹn wọ́n ń ṣàfihàn pé alára tó jí pépé làwọn ọmọ yín.
ìyẹn mà tún ga o.
àwọn ọmọ rẹ nílò okun tó ṣara lóore máa fún wọn ní àkọ́tún Milo tí a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rọ lágbára sí láràárọ̀ ó ní àwọn èròjà aṣara lóore tí ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìpèsè okun fún wọn láti jára mọ́ iṣẹ́ òòjọ́ wọn. Milo okun ìtẹ̀síwájú.
Milo! Ẹ̀yin fans mi.
It's okay.
Ẹ lọ sórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní 32 FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀
ASAP. It's okay.
ẹ kú ìnáwó òwúyè ẹ sì kú ìnáwó ìyàwó dórí sísí ilé tuntun àwòdámi ẹnu ẹ kú ìnáwó ọjọ́ bí ẹ sì kú ìnáwó retirement ẹ dájú ẹ sọ́nà yóò kò láyọ̀ o àmọ́ mo fẹ́ rán yín létí kinní kan ní gbogbo ètò ló ti tò kalẹ̀ yìí tẹ náwó rẹpẹtẹ ẹ ti sanwó eléré ẹ sanwó aláṣẹ onígbàgàrí àti gba tiẹ̀ ẹ sanwó ráìsà dórí àwọn bánsà àmọ́ ṣá o ó kú kinní kan tẹ́ ẹ kà sí ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ ká ẹ náwó gidi lé lórí ìyẹn gangan ni Parrot Extra Magazine ni wọ́n ṣe ń rán yín létí pé gbogbo ìnáwó tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe yẹ kó lákọọ́lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìtàn tó rọ̀ mọ́ àti máa ṣe bọ̀ rẹ nínú ayé lórí àwòrán ojúlùmọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ alájọbí tẹ́ bá ya fọ́tò lójú agbo kì í sọnù ó sọdún méjìlá ló tún fẹ́ tún yẹ̀ wò tọ́ lọ náwó sínú àká fún àwọn ìran tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn àkọọ́lẹ̀ kì í parẹ́ o Parrot Extra Magazine làwọn tó láròjinlẹ̀ ń lò fún gbogbo ayẹyẹ wọn ilé ìjọba gan òfin wọn ṣeré lórí ilé iṣẹ́ àdáni Parrot Extra oníkọ̀ọ̀kan sí tó bá láyẹyẹ ṣe o 08055001736 08055001736 lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára www.pmparrot.com kàn sí PM Parrot káyẹyẹ rẹ̀ ó gbìnàyà.
My people, if you never try us, this now waiting you they miss. First of all, we be microfinance bank, we get license. Wait, time never reach. Plus, get our POS where they reliable when you open business account. Yes, you fit open account from anywhere sharp for service where they reliable, secure, convenient, and fast. Now only one bank you need. Guys, oh yeah now. Download the app or look for agent where they near you make you start. Money Point, powering dreams.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash outs and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 200,000 naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. You're still on to Break It Down Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9. And of course, do remember we are live on Facebook in case you want to drop your comments there. 32 FM 949 Ibadan on Facebook. We're streaming live and also on YouTube. You can also join us on Fenya on Facebook. That's 32 FM 949 Fenya with double A's on Facebook. And the numbers to call in at 070-55000-949 or 08097000949. For our international audience, you can call this number +234 90 62,949. And of course, I will take this one as our first call for the day. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, BFC.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Austin. Always glad listening to you. God bless you, sir. On the issue of Bobrisky, I think something is not clear to me. Yeah, we have had some people in the past who had cleared the path for a Bobrisky check, spending money at the party, and once they are being taken to the court of law, they are usually being given parole, just like Mr. Austin said. But why is it that Bobrisky was somehow different? And I'm beginning to think that maybe the judge probably had maybe because Bobrisky was being asked if he was a male or a female in the court, and he said he's a male. Maybe the reason why the judgment was not being given a parole was because of his team being a gay. I think that's part of the reason. I think if that should be the case, I think that sounds right. Because James Brown and his court has to be tried in the same manner. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that. Austin, I want us to quickly also look at this former CBN being granted, that's a Emefiele 50 million naira bill. And there's also an accusation by the dispatch rider while Emefiele was still working at the CBN, saying that he helped him move $3 million. But let's take this one first. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
All right, you may need to call us back. The line is having a lot of feedback. All right, Austin, how do we look at this one? And of course, there's an allegation of money is exchanging hands going to like $3 million. That's what the dispatch rider told the court here. What do we make out of the bail and, of course, the new evidence coming against the former CBN governor?
Yes, a lot has really happened under Emefiele. Let the FCC do their thorough investigation. The president has ordered DSS to transfer the case to the FCC, and the FCC is handling it. He met his bail condition. That is fine as a matter of law. Nigeria is a country that is governed by the rule of law. So he has met the bail condition. Let him be on bail while investigations still continue and the trial still continue.
Hello?
All
There
right.
are a lot of revelations.
Sorry, Austin.
They destroyed the economy.
Sorry, Austin, we have a caller. Sorry to butt in. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, GBOLABO. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning.
My name is Omotayo. I'm calling from Abanga.
All right.
Concerning the treasurer that testified against Emefiele, same guy worked with Emefiele when Emefiele was in the savings bank. When Emefiele moved to Central Bank, the same guy moved to Emefiele. So he has been going on an error for Emefiele. And according to the guy, he said every error he booked for Emefiele never think of giving him even $1. So I believe it's a time of chop his own die. So it's a welcome development. I think the Emefiele at the beginning this guy money, this guy will not come out here and to me who cut to court and testify against him. But because all the error have been going for Emefiele refused to give him one error. So that's my stake this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. And of course, the numbers are still 070-55,949 or 080-97,949. And of course, for international audience, you can call +234 9062,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. My name is Ade from UI.
All right, please go ahead.
The predicament of Emefiele, I'm not happy about it. Not because I like him. Fine, he's a fantastically corrupt person. But my sister, I have somebody that is trying Emefiele, and the person did not get Buhari arrested. How do I know? Emefiele was one that moved all the money with Jonathan for that what he did. How come Buhari came and retained him and retained him? Then Buhari has identified him as somebody who knows perfectly how to loot money. So, and Buhari continued to retain him, and anytime the man was disturbing Nigerians, he would return to Africa to dine and wine with Buhari in the whole world. Buhari was protecting him. And why can't Tinubu arrest Buhari? He's handcuffed by now. What are the best of you?
All right, thank you so much, Ade, for that. On Facebook, we have this one from Raji Afiz. Abiola Raja says, good morning, GBOLABO. About Bobrisky issue, honestly, it is good to see one of Nigeria transgender to be punished for abuse of the Naira. It's a symbol of Nigeria which needs to be respected. Kudos to CEFCC winning, winning abuse of Naira war, but we are looking for when the EFCC will arrest and prosecute those people that embezzle Naira in the past and present them. We will know EFCC really mean business. All right, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is GBOLABO.
Good morning. Good morning,
This is
sir.
John Olarawaju calling from Agbo.
All right, please go
On the issue of tribal, this thing will continue like that. His own is not the first time. We have seen this kind of drama in so many states that this kind of scenario has happened. So if the constitution does not change and the constitution still remain like that, so this thing will continue remain like that. I don't know whether it is offense for anybody to say, okay, you want to come out and become a governor. So if that should be the case, well, let them continue enjoying the constitution like that. They are the ones that even affecting. So though they might say it's affecting the masses, to me I don't see where it's affecting the masses. So it's affecting the politicians. So if they lie, let them change his life. It should continue like that. And then on the issue of Bobrisky, I think they have hit the ground running now. And it's good as they started from the Bobrisky. I think they need to go beyond Bobrisky. They need to go to everybody that anyone that may committed this offense. So not that they will now say, okay, they will just stop there. Let them go after anyone that committed the kind of offense the Bobrisky committed. So Nigeria are watching. So thank you. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, John Olarawaju, for that. Our time is actually fast spent. Austin, do you want to react to any other issues being mentioned here?
Yes, the issue of Bobrisky, of course, a lot of people have said something about it. Let the law have its full course. Like I said earlier, everybody might not fall into the law at the same time. But once in a while, some people can be made example. So those who are constantly abusing our naira and who are show glassing.
Is okay.
All right, sorry, Austin. Good morning, okay. Yeah.
Kudos to the court, at least, for punishing somebody that has. We are waiting for the ones too that will be punished for looting the naira, corrupting the naira. Let them be punished as well. That actually will be where we will really be happy. That is what the abuse of naira punishment. Yes, congrats. Now those that loot it too, we are waiting for them to be punished as well. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, yes, Austin, you want to finish your line of thoughts before we call it today?
Yes. Let the FCC go ahead and clamp down on those that are abusing the naira. Those that are looting the naira too, let them also go after them. We don't want to. This case of Bobrisky was a very speedy case, which means that our law can work sometimes if we want it to work. So those high-profile cases too. I think the undoing of Bobrisky was that option of fine. So the judge decided to use discretion and put option of fine aside. So that will send fear into the heart of those who will say, what is there? Maybe once I spray, they arrest me, I will go and pay.
All right.
So it is no longer business
as usual, right? We must say a big thank you to you, Austin Odumo, for doing this with us this morning. And to all our callers and those who actually send in their messages on Facebook, we also say a big thank you to you. Baba Vendor is next. My name is GBOLABO. Famous School. Do have the best of the day. Bye for now.